What would you like me to say?
I want to hear your honest opinion.
Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon, two Hollywood icons. Both are admired, loved, and respected worldwide. Both exude confidence and charm. And yet, there's something so fascinating about how they show their authenticity, especially if you see them side by side in similar interviews answering similar questions. And maybe you like Reese more, or Jen, or neither. Do let me know. But today is not about judging what's good or what's bad. Today is really about understanding how we come across and how we connect with people in our own conversations.
I have got to tell you something. Yes, you do want to know. This is unbelievable.
Jennifer and Reese are both award-winning actors, producers, and businesswomen. They've spent decades in the spotlight, making headlines and facing endless rumors. After watching endless hours of video, so you don't have to, this one moment really stood out. They both stood on the same stage, receiving the same award, the Sherry Lansing Award, and they both delivered a powerful speech. And yet, if you watch closely, you'll notice a difference in style and personality. Jennifer starts with complimenting Steve Carell, and not in a quick way, she really takes her time.
Such a handsome man holding it. This beautiful award, sorry. Isn't he though? I love him so much. I just can't. This is one of the bravest actors, I have to tell you. A talented, unimpeachable man. And it was my dream to work with you. It's a dream come true, and there's so much more we're gonna do together. I still want to do the remake of After Hours. Anyway.
She then continues to tell a beautiful personal story about her numerologist, saying she's a late bloomer.
This numerologist did her mysterious arithmetic on me. She said that apparently my numbers very clearly indicated that I am a late bloomer. And I've said, late bloomer? Really? Are you sure? I mean, I feel like I've kind of partially bloomed a little bit. I don't know, maybe she didn't have a TV. Anyway, but as I sat with the idea of late bloomer, it started to grow on me. You know, maybe I haven't done my best work yet as an artist or as a human being.
Notice how Jen is talking slowly, in an easy, effortless way. There is no pressure to sound perfect. She even jokes about her 19-year-old self.
I mean, if I went back to my 19-year-old self in New York, waitressing tables and auditioning for every off, not even close to Broadway show. I'm not kidding. It was like, and someone said to me that one day you will be receiving the Sherry Lansing Leadership Award. I would have looked that person straight in the face like they were absolutely insane, and I would have said, "Who's Sherry Lansing?"
Now look at Reese, who's also giving compliments, but quicker and shorter.
To John Legend, who always lifts up women and is always such a strong advocate for women, thank you so much for speaking up. And Farrow, thank you. You are amazing. People like my real life friend, Jennifer Aniston, and the phenomenally spoken and gracious-hearted Kerry Washington.
She's talking slightly faster, she sounds more nervous, which is very understandable, and it makes her human because public speaking is a very common fear.
So when I was thinking about today, I was thinking about what I wanted to say, and I was a little bit nervous, and mostly I was overwhelmed with this huge honor of it all, but also the pressure of really wanting to knock it out of the park for you guys. So
Reese also tells a story, but it's different, because she's referring to being a leader, being responsible, and shaping the future.
Redefine, what does it mean to be a leader in this business? What does it mean to be a female leader if the world is shifting a little bit and we are feeling culture change? I don't think we really know because we haven't truly seen it yet, but it's happening. Please remember this about leadership. A lot of people can recognize a problem and admire it and look at it and complain about it. But not everybody will do something about it. Leaders are really doers.
I'll get back to that business professional language, But for now, Reese is also mentioning her younger 22-year-old self. And again, you'll notice her specific style.
I wish I could have told my 22-year-old self that I'd be standing here one day. But this is who I was at 22. I had just made a movie called Election, but I was pregnant. And even though the film was really well reviewed, my salary wasn't much to speak of. So basically, I was a new mom, and I was broke, and I needed to get back to work. So I was hustling for a job, and I was auditioning all over the place.
Both Jen and Reese delivered a powerful speech, there's no doubt about it. And both have a very distinct flavor of authenticity. Jennifer is more personal and warm, and Reese delivers with a more polished leadership energy. But does one inspire you more than the other? Do let me know. And while you're there, can you also hit the like and subscribe and try out that hype button? Thank you. Looking at more interviews and talk shows that they've both been in, there is a difference in the use of their language. Whereas Jennifer is more warm and personal, sharing personal stories and emotions, Reese is slightly more business professional. So when you look at Jennifer, she's sharing experiences, stories, emotions, and it feels like she's talking to a friend. She's very easy to relate to.
Long time ago, about 20 years ago, 25 years ago, and he had a turtle, and he went away. I killed the turtle. I was told to get a bag of crickets.
Oh.
That they liked crickets. So I thought, okay. So I got a bag of these crickets and I just put it in the little tank, and then also was sitting in the sun and California. And I came back and I think I fed it to death because it was basically just engorged and dead and crusty.
Reese often answers similar questions, but more with a business perspective. You'll notice she'll easily refer to business opportunity or producing or empowering women or leadership.
For you, what did you learn about yourself in that period?
Well, I learned that in order to be successful in any business, you have to understand every aspect of it. And it forced me to get more macro about it, back up and understand the business better and why they're not making more movies that I want to be in or more movies that I would let my daughter watch. And so it forced me to get analytical.
Both are real and authentic, there's no doubt about it. Whereas Jennifer is more personal and makes us more emotional connected, Reese is using more of a business professional language. It makes her more thoughtful, ambitious, strategic. Jennifer tends to bring this warm, relaxed energy, as if you've known her for years.
Clyde, he thinks he's as big as him.
Yeah. Have you always had rescue dogs?
I've always had rescue dogs. My first dog actually was Norman, whose name is tattooed on my foot. Normie, I actually got from the show, Friends.
Reese, on the other hand, often comes across as more polished, more thoughtful, and more precise.
And so it forced me to get analytical.
Neither is better or worse. It's not about that. They're both genuine, they're both honest. It's just a different flavor of authenticity. And it'll become even more clear in the next examples. But I do want to say a word about their friendship. They've been friends for over 2 decades, and it really all started when they shared one episode in Friends together back in the year 2000.
I'm sorry, Rachel. Oh, come on. You really think that's gonna work on me? I invented that. Oh, right.
And now, decades later, their friendship is still going strong, and they continue to speak about each other with genuine admiration and warmth.
I can't imagine an actor more perfect for a role than Jennifer in this particular role, right? The pretty, the terrifying, all of it. So it just deepens the love for you, I think.
I love you for that. Well, I don't even know what to say. I gotta digest this for a second. And it's always fun to fight with Reese because she's such a sweet burst of sunshine that, she's not someone you want to go scream your head off to.
This is just one example of how they interact and how real it feels. It's effortless, it's natural. And the way they complement each other, they do that with others too. In fact, complimenting is a real charismatic skill.
You're the kindest, most generous, authentic. No, this is the truth. You're just love and generosity just pours out of you.
Complimenting others shows generosity and confidence. It's shining the light on someone else. And both of them are true masters of the art.
And Reese Witherspoon, who's my partner in crime, my sister who really makes my days so joyful.
Please just always be your open, vulnerable self, because your story has changed so many people's lives. And everybody loves seeing you succeed. And that is a gift that you give so many people. And I think that's why every time I see you on TV, I smile.
Complimenting other people is not at all about just being polite to someone. It's actually the most underrated, but also the fastest way to connect with people. I mentioned they both answered sometimes the same question. And here's a funny one. What would you do if not acting?
Interior design. I can walk into a house and see what it needs, and it's a fun process. Some people dread it. They can break up relationships. I thrive during that process.
If you could moonlight as another profession, what would it be?
I'd probably be a pediatric cardiologist.
Could you imagine Reese as a doctor and Jen as an interior designer? Actually, I could. And it makes sense because Reese's mom was a nurse. And this brings me actually to the point of being vulnerable as a way of showing authenticity. Because vulnerability is such a powerful way to trust and connect with people. And vulnerability is all about sharing your doubts, your insecurities, sadness, not trying to say that I know it all or I figured it all out. And especially for them as being a celebrity, it shows that behind the scenes, behind the spotlight, there is a real human being. And that is what makes them so relatable and what makes us more connected to them.
Tell me about your mom. Oh my gosh, you're gonna make me cry. Being raised by a nurse, I think her endless compassion for other people. And that's how I feel whenever I see a nurse. Because I think to dedicate your life to caring for people is one of the most noble professions that exists.
In one interview together, they both talk about how fame felt scary in the very beginning.
Legally Blonde came out in America and it made all this money, and I went back to America and my whole life had changed. Wow. There were paparazzi waiting at the airport. I had a little baby. I was completely terrified.
But did anyone warn you?
No.
Like
Our director, a very fantastic, infamous television director, took us to Vegas and took us to dinner.
Oh.
And he said, so the most important thing is look out for each other, take care of each other.
Once that's,
so someone
yes.
did sort of prep us, but then again, when it happens, you still think it's so weird.
It's old.
It's strange when someone comes up to you in the aisle of a pharmacy and you're buying toilet paper.
I know.
And they're like, oh my God, can I get a...
Jennifer's sense of humor is a real talent, and you'll see more of that in one moment. But Reese also talks about the sadness of becoming an empty nester.
Empty nesting in a certain way, because I have two kids who've left home. It's really sad. It's really hard to deal with. I grieved their going to college, and I cried in their rooms, and oh my gosh, one year one of them didn't come home for Christmas, and I sat in their bed and just cried.
Jen also shared her struggle with trying to get pregnant.
Several years ago, quote, I was trying to get pregnant. It was a challenging road for me. I was going through IVF, drinking Chinese teas, you name it. You just don't think it. So here I am today. The ship has sailed.
Talking about kids, I have to show you this brilliant answer of Jennifer when she's in a discussion with her fellow actors about kids and giving birth, whereas she never even gave birth, but she said this.
Giving birth.
I was going to say, because I've been at the foot of many of my girlfriends' deliveries.
Having babies.
And I would get in the doctor's light a lot. What I see them do down there without the woman's consent, I might have spoken up too much. It's pretty intense. And it's like scissors and stuff.
I think
Now, personally, I don't have kids. And I thought this was such a great example of being able to answer a question, even if you didn't experience it. Usually, if the topic comes up, I would stay quiet or just say like, well, I don't know, I don't have the experience. But Jennifer found a brilliant way to answer this, and I thought it was just so powerful. Vulnerability is also sharing about how life is not always easy. And both Jennifer and Reese had to work hard to become actors.
From age 6 to 20, I was never, I couldn't say I really worked as an actress, except for off Broadway.
So you waited tables? Where did you wait?
Yes, I waited tables at Jackson Hole.
Were you a good waitress?
No, I was a terrible waitress.
The point is that vulnerability makes them real, makes them human, and it's not a weakness at all, just like showing your emotions and tears.
Oh my God, that really was that's a surprise. I was with her when my dog passed away.
And I played Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles. It makes me want to cry. Because it was like a hopeful moment that people actually cared about women's stories.
Every time I've seen an interview or a video of both Reese and Jennifer showing their emotions and even crying, it just feels true. It feels real. It's not performed or rehearsed. I mean, if you want to see one of those performances, look at Meghan. I've made so many videos of her. She really is the brilliant example of how you come across as staged and acted and fake.
Oh my gosh, she has loved us so much.
So beautiful.
Oh, I don't know, I wasn't expecting that one.
Another beautiful moment is Reese tearing up while actually talking directly to Jennifer.
Jen, I have to say, during my life, like there have been times where this is going to make me cry, but Jen was the only person I could call and talk to when I was going through stuff like that. And you were so generous. This is making me cry.
Oh, honey.
So generous. And I was like, and real and vulnerable with me. And Fame is really weird.
It's really weird.
And Jennifer also has many moments where her voice cracks and her eyes well up.
Oh God, don't make me cry.
I won't.
Okay.
Well, you're already crying.
Thank you, honey.
Okay.
Okay. And we're back.
All of these moments are not rehearsed, and that's how authenticity shows up. Now let's talk about humor and self-criticism. And Jennifer has a real talent for it. In fact, she talks about it as it was a survival tool for her as a child.
Survival, because she says it helped her deal with her parents splitting up.
I liked making people laugh. It was such a source of survival for me as a kid. I mean, honestly, the best thing that came out of it was my sense of humor, because there were some pretty sad moments, as any kid from a divorce will tell you.
She often laughs at herself. It's warm, it's charming, it's easy, and it makes her feel more approachable.
That's all right. We just got it back.
Most of this will make it to air tonight, I think. I'm fairly sure.
I'm pretty sure.
Would you like a card of your own? Because
no, but I do like this.
You do like that?
Yeah.
Have you ever worked a job where you had to get up at... Go ahead and take it. Go ahead and take it. Can I get yours?
I just like doing this.
You can have Thomas Middleditches. He's next.
Yeah. That's a name.
It is, isn't it?
I know, I'm sorry.
This.
Reese also uses humor. Often, though, it has a more like a leadership business touch.
The way that they synthesize information and then like it's something terribly tragic and then transition to something really upbeat is so weird.
The transition.
Yeah, they were like, there was a train crash and also vitamin D. Like,
using humor and laughing at yourself, it's such a great way of being more likable, more approachable, to connect more with people. It's not easy because I'm not a funny person. I don't know how to joke. But if you can try and, laugh a little bit at yourself and just make it more light and funny, it really connects to people.
That's crazy.
Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon are two powerful women. There's no doubt about it. But now that you've seen them side by side, do you feel more drawn to one or the other? They're both genuine, they're both authentic, they just both have their own unique style and personality. And being authentic, it doesn't come easy to everyone. If you want to see a real contrast of how authenticity can either make or break you, you must watch this next video. I'll see you there.